Good afternoon. I am Mark Jackson, Professor of Biology and President of the Faculty Senate. President Toro, the degree candidates from the School of Business and the School of Education and Professional Studies and their faculty, having assembled, I declare these commencement exercises open.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Jackson. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. I am proud and excited to be here. I hope you are too. To our honored guests, Regent Richard Balducci, Scott Pioli, faculty, staff, family, and friends. Thank you for joining us today to make this a very special celebration for our graduates. The Chamber Winds, under the direction of Professor Robert Schwartz, perform our processional music this afternoon. Please join me in thanking them. We now begin with the posting of the colors by the members of the Central Connecticut State University Police Department. Anna Hilby, who was a scholarship member of the University Singers as an undergraduate student at Central and is graduating today with her master's in counselor education, will perform the national anthem. If everyone will please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. This is Central's 170th year in higher education, an amazing history. We are the first and the oldest public institution of higher education in Connecticut. Just think about all who have come before us. Today, we want to take a moment to remember one of our distinguished scholars and leaders. University President Emeritus F. Don James passed away last week at the age of 92. Dr. James' leadership was transformative. During his tenure, Central Connecticut State College broadened its academic mission and became a comprehensive university and a significant contributor of college-educated professionals to the state's workforce. Presiding over his last commencement as president, Dr. James shared this thought, and I quote, "We may be graduates today, but we are still students, and we should remain students for the rest of our life," end of quote. I could not agree more. So with that, please join me now in remembering President James with a moment of silence. Thank you. And I am now pleased to introduce our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, David Duwalder, who will preside over this ceremony. Dr. Duwalder.
Thank you, President Toro. I'm very pleased to be here today. We are gathered to celebrate the achievement of 2,800 graduate and undergraduate students who are eligible to receive degrees this year. Earlier today, we presented diplomas to 850 students from the Carol A. Ammon College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences and from the School of Engineering, Science, and Technology. Now it's your turn. We have nearly 800 students from the School of Education and Professional Studies and from the School of Business, all here this afternoon to go through these commencement exercises. We're proud that 96% of this graduating class are Connecticut residents. This class also represents 27 states and 13 countries. We're going to take a moment now to recognize the university's leadership team who will not otherwise be named in the program today. I ask that you hold your applause until the end of the introductions, and I ask that each of these members stand and remain standing until we've introduced all, and then we can have applause. Representing Central Connecticut State University's leadership, Charlene Casamento, Chief Financial Officer, Sal Cintorino, Interim Chief Facilities Officer, Dr. George Claffey, Interim Chief Information Officer, Dr. Christopher Galligan, Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Dr. Michael Jasic, Vice President for Student Affairs, Carolyn Magnan, University Counsel, Carissa Peckham, Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management, Anna Susky-Linshevsky, Chief Human Resources Officer, Dr. Joseph Page, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Robert Wolf, Dean of the Carol A. Ammon College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, and Dr. Zisław Kremens, Interim Dean of the School of Engineering, Science, and Technology. Please give them a hand. You may be seated. The Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education governs the CCSU system. Here to bring greetings on behalf of the board is Regent Richard Balducci, an alumnus of Central Connecticut State University who has served the Connecticut State University system since 1995 and most recently as the board's vice chair. Regent Balducci.
Thank you. As I look around, you look pretty happy, and I can understand why. You finally made it. Yeah, right. You think you're happy? Look up on the side. You can see your parents. They've made the last payment. They're really glad you're graduating. On behalf of the board and as a member of the Board of Regents for Higher Education, I'm delighted to offer greetings and congratulations to each one of you and to your families, friends, spouses, children, etc., who helped carry you through the years that you spent getting an education. Today's a significant day and a milestone in higher education for you in reaching these goals. And as a member of the board, I bring greetings, congratulations, and wishing all of you success. We hope each of you pursue your dreams, whether it's to further your education, whether it's entering the workforce, or doing something entirely different, like taking a trip overseas. The same dedication and perseverance that brought you this far hopefully will continue on as you move forward in your life. You know, one thing I learned in the past, they can take many things away from you, whether it be a job, a home, a car, whatever. But once you have that diploma, once you have that education, no one can take that away from you. No one. You are the future of Connecticut and the future of America, and I'm very proud to be here and very proud to say congratulations, good luck, and God bless.
Thank you, Regent Balducci. Central Connecticut State University is a vibrant, learner-centered community dedicated to teaching and scholarship. CCSU serves a population of nearly 12,000 students, full and part-time, graduate and undergraduate, matriculating and continuing education students. Here to bring greetings on behalf of our graduate students is Leah Lorraine Zena Forlivio. Leah is graduating today with a doctorate in educational leadership.
Thank you. President Toro, deans, professors, families, fellow graduates. There's an expression in Swahili, pole pole, which means slowly, slowly. When the Tanzanian guide brought me to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro after 5 days of acclimatization, he said to go pole pole the 7 or so hours it takes to ascend to Hurua Peak, which is some 19,300 feet into the air. It's dark, it's colder than anyone can imagine. The slope is so steep that you have to do what's called switchbacking, walking in zigzag fashion so as not to slip on the volcanic slate. It's long, and I wasn't sure I would make it. Many don't. The only way I was able to arrive was by going pole pole. There's something wonderful about having been through the night, through the cold, through the difficulty, and having made it. No matter how bitter the polar ice cap was or how arduous the trek seemed, I only remember the beauty of the night sky, being so close I could actually see the Milky Way, shooting stars, and satellites. Now I have a certificate hanging in my library at home that looks like a diploma claiming my victory. I am numbered in the registry for having made it. The way there? By perseverance. How does one ever achieve a goal? By going pole pole. Growing up in northern New Jersey, I was one of 7 children to working class parents. My mother stayed home to raise us while my father went to work to bring home a meager pay. When I was in high school, I realized I had to figure out a way to go to college, being the first generation of my family to attend. I remember asking my mother how we could afford it, and she told me we could have a tag sale. For some reason, I believed her, thought if I sold every coat in my closet, I would be able to finance my education. Somehow we managed, but after 2 years, the tag sale money ran out, and my parents told me I would need to leave college. I spent the next several years working whatever jobs I could without a degree so I could earn enough to go back and finish my education. During those intervening years, I had married, begun raising a daughter, and continued to work full-time. When I landed a job tutoring English, I found one of those old paper copies of the course booklet from Central, saw it was a teacher's college, and decided this was the right place to further my skills. I enrolled in one class, matriculated part-time, learned to juggle family responsibilities, the loss of my father, and financial difficulties, all so I could continue my education. After 7 years, I graduated from Central with a bachelor's degree and certification to teach English. All those years of hard work and perseverance were not done by magic, but by hard work. I won't stand here today and say completing all 3 higher education degrees here was easy. It wasn't. It was hard work, and it required tenacity, persistence, and dedication, but above all, grace. There were many days where I thought I couldn't keep up with the rigorous pace and the demands of a full-time job and a full-time doctoral program. Many times I thought I would quit. Many times I believed I couldn't finish. Many nights I stayed up all through the night. But my message today is not about how life is easy. It isn't. It's in the choices we make under pressure that show our courage and our strength. In the words of William Faulkner, we decide not to merely endure, but to prevail. We are immortal, not because we alone among creatures have an inexhaustible voice, but because we believe we have a soul, a spirit capable of compassion and sacrifice and endurance. At the final juncture, we all have choices about what life we hold sacred. For me, for my fellow graduates, we chose to stay the course, to endure the difficulties, to make sacrifices, because we chose to stand here before you, numbered in the registry for having made it. How? By going poly-poly. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you for sharing your amazing story of perseverance and courage. And now Connor Delaney will share greetings on behalf of our undergraduate students. Connor is the president of Beta Gamma Sigma Honor Society and is graduating today with a Bachelor's of Science degree in marketing.
Good afternoon, Blue Devils, family and friends. Before I begin, I'd like to thank my mom, Erin, my dad, Kevin, and brothers, Jackson and Liam, for everything they have done for me. I'd also like to thank Dean Caldwell, Professor Galoni Wage, and the rest of the CCSU School of Business and the whole CCSU family for the opportunity to speak to you all today. I'm going to tell you something nobody would want to hear on their graduation day. You are not good enough. You are not good enough, and neither am I. I hope we never are. Let me tell you why. I first realized I wasn't good enough about 4 years ago. My senior year of high school, I signed myself up for a class many of us fear, public speaking. I was downright terrified. Every time I walked into that classroom, my hands would be shaking, I'd have sweat dripping everywhere, a lot like today. But every week, I gave a speech in front of my 30 classmates. And every week, I got a little bit better and a little more comfortable doing something I thought I hated. A few years of practice later, slowly but surely, I became pretty good at public speaking. Otherwise, I'd really be dying up here. So why did I want to put myself in this position each and every week? Because I knew I was only going to get better at speaking in front of people if I took myself out of my comfort zone and I did it. But I didn't want to stop there. I couldn't settle on being just good enough. I wanted to apply this mindset to everything I did. The scary part was how hard it was going to be in the next step of my life, college. I was fortunate enough to be an honors program scholar at CCSU, surrounded for 4 years by a core group of highly driven students, some of whom have become my closest friends. I wasn't a standout student in high school, but seeing how driven and successful my peers were motivated me. I wanted to prove that I belonged. But I needed to find myself and build my confidence. That is where my first student conference, the National Student Leadership and Diversity Convention, came in. For the first time, I was given the opportunity to interact with student leaders from CCSU and across the country who were making a significant difference. It inspired me to do more. When I got back to campus, I felt ready for my role as the newly elected president of the Central Marketing Association. When I first joined in the spring of 2017, there were 4 members, including myself. Becoming president in the fall of 2017, myself and our new team set out to make our difference. 2 years later, our chapter grew from those 4 members to a top 5 collegiate chapter in the country and was named the 2019 Student Organization of the Year at Central. I was lucky to lead such an ambitious and motivated group of students, all of whom had the same mindset. We won't stop until we are successful. This applies to all of you today. And this is what will make you stand out as a graduating Blue Devil. Every challenge we face, we see as a chance to prove ourselves. make sure you keep this mindset with you after you leave here. Don't let there be an excuse, just a reason to improve. Never settle, and never be just good enough. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Connor. Both Leah and Connor have overcome much and have persevered. Their inspiring stories are certainly appreciated by us all. While all of our graduates have worked hard for this day, so have your able mentors, our faculty, highly qualified and dedicated people whose life and work it has been to build this university. Over and over again, our faculty demonstrates its commitment to high standards of teaching and learning. Therefore, I'd like to ask the faculty to please rise and be recognized for the work you do every day for our students. Thank you. Please be seated. Deepening connections to our history, to our community, to each other is one of the top priorities for President Zulma Arturo since her arrival at Central in 2017. She often refers to the university community as the CCSU family, taking inspiration from Central's tradition of inclusion, community outreach, and strong student support from faculty and staff. As the university's 13th president, Dr. Toro is the first female and first Hispanic president. She quickly set forth to maintain academic excellence, increase enrollment, develop new sources of revenue, and deepen CCSU's engagement with the surrounding community. And her list of goals and challenges is growing by leaps and bounds. Please welcome President Toro back to the podium.
Thank you, Provost DeWalder. I am thrilled to be standing on this stage once again, and I could not be more proud of you, our graduates, and of the faculty and staff and administrators who have contributed to your success. I suspect some of you didn't think you will ever get to walk across this stage. This moment is one of many rewards you will gain as CCSU alumni, and I hope you will savor it. You have worked too hard to miss any opportunity to celebrate your accomplishments at Central. Congratulations. Congratulations on becoming CCSU alumni. I can assure you that means quite a bit in the state of Connecticut. Consider some of the Central graduates that have come before you. Civic and state leaders such as New Britain Mayor Erin Stewart, who was elected at age of 26. U.S. Representative John Larson, a 20-year member of Congress, and the Honorable Carmen Espinosa, the first Hispanic Supreme Court Justice in Connecticut. Central has been making history in politics and government since 1853. The year Ebenezer Bassett became the first African American to graduate from what was then the State Normal School. As many of you know, Mr. Bassett went on to become the U.S. ambassador to Haiti in 1869. Central is also the alma mater of many outstanding educators who has been lauded for their professionalism and commitment to their students. And our graduates are teachers and administrators of the year, National Teacher Hall of Fame inductees, and National Milken Award winners, including this year's honoree Michael Saba. The desire to make a difference guides so many of our graduates, from CEOs and entrepreneurs, people like Phil Barnett, co-founder of the Harvard Restaurant Group, to social workers and scientists. Among them, world-renowned marine biologist Sushana Chavinaj. Central alumni often emerge as leaders in their fields. Put simply, Central is a driving force in the state of Connecticut and beyond. As an institution and as individuals, we bolster the economy, cultivate intellectual and cultural growth, and enrich the life of our neighbors. Our standing alumni reaffirm this university's history and long-standing mission to educate the sons and daughters of Connecticut's working class. You are contributing to that history, and it has been my privilege to observe your academic growth. Some of our partners in business and industry remark on the professionalism and readiness our graduates demonstrate from their first day on the job. I tell them it is because we value diversity, inclusion, and social responsibility as much as we value academic excellence. This approach helps transform our students into fully engaged citizens of the world. Our faculty take an active role in not only teaching a given subject, but also in encouraging you to reflect, take risks, and to respectfully engage with one another. This connection between faculty and students is a fundamental and a very special attribute of a CCSU education. Such connection fuels curiosity, camaraderie, and a quest for knowledge that I hope will serve our students for the rest of their lives. It distinguishes our university from our sister institutions. It sets our graduates apart from their peers, and it builds upon a legacy of academic excellence and equity in education. Connections are important in so many ways. You only have to look around and see all the people with us this afternoon who are as thrilled as you are to celebrate this milestone. Maybe it was your family who got you to this point. Perhaps a classmate or a friend, a faculty member, parent, or child. Let's stand, graduates, and thank them with a big round of applause. Please be seated. And now, it is your turn to help others make sense of this world around them. You are all equipped to be sources of compassionate insight and reason, no matter where you work or live. All of you have added something special to the CCSU story, and I look forward to witnessing the meaningful additions you continue to make in your communities. So please continue to dream of a better world for yourself and others. Be fearless as you pursue those dreams, and be generous in offering your special talents to the world. I know we all will be better for it. Our honored guest personifies the very essence of a CCSU, graduate. With a 26-year career as an NFL executive, Scott Pioli is known by many for his leadership and generosity on and off the football field. As a defensive tackle for the Central Blue Devils, Mr. Pioli was a three-time All-New England selection. He graduated in 1988 and pursued his passion with incredible results. Among them, 3 Super Bowl rings, the first in his family to graduate from college. Mr. Pioli has always made it a priority to share his time, resources, and expertise with organizations and initiatives devoted to improving life for underserved populations. As a loyal Blue Devil, Mr. Pioli maintains deep connection to his Central family and returns frequently to New Britain to visit his alma mater and to check in on his scholarship recipients. From his college roommate to a student graduating today because of his generous gift to the university, let's hear from people who hold him in such high regard.
I think Scott was always kind of a self-starter. He was kind of inquisitive. He was a hard worker. So there was really no doubt that whatever his ambition was, what he was going to try to do, he would be successful at it.
You know, certainly being a teammate is special, but being roommates with somebody and, you know, sharing your day-to-day lives with them and them being part of, you know, who we were on a daily basis, Scott was one of those people that, you know, you could go to and confide in him, and he was just, you know, someone that I'd call a true friend.
As a student and a teammate, he was a year or two ahead of me, but he showed us younger guys how to be good student athletes, how to carry yourself on and off the field. He was a great leader. He practiced just as hard as he played.
As a player, Scott was exactly what I wanted, a defensive lineman who would take on blocks, sacrifice himself so I can make tackles. So he did a great job.
Scott embodies the theme of connected. He's gone on. He's amazingly successful, and he really understands the importance of giving back, and he has enabled several students to successfully complete their academic endeavors at the university. And at the same time, he's contributed to Blue Devil athletics and allowed us to advance the Division I athletic program forward.
The scholarship, it not only alleviated myself and my family from the financial burden of college and what comes with the college, but it provided me with a support system that I may not have had without the scholarship program. He's definitely been a great support system. He tells me all the time he's proud of me.
I think Scott continues to do the work that he does with the passion that he does is because I think one thing we all have in common, we all come from the same type of backgrounds. We all come from that lunch pail, blue-collar type of background, and I think that's still in him, and it shows the way he does his work and what he puts into it, and I think it's part of his lifeblood.
You know, when times are tough, it's who you are as a person, and that really demonstrates the character of an individual, and Scott's got great character. I mean, he's learned from the experiences in his life, and it's helped him to persevere, and he's had the great success that he's had at the highest level just because of that.
If you met him in a grocery store, he'd be somebody that would be willing to help you out with your groceries. He's somebody that I think really does embody the word of humility.
I think Scott is kind of a Renaissance man. If he finds an issue or finds a project or something that he feels is worthy, then he's going to support it in any way that he can.
If I had to describe Scott in one word, caring. I think at the end of the day, he cares for people, and he is the embodiment of a Central Connecticut State University graduate.
Scott Pioli, we welcome you back. We welcome you home. As we Prepared to present you with this university highest honor, I will also invite Provost Duwalder and Regent Balducci to please join us. Scott Pioli, you have distinguished yourself as a professional and a humanitarian, and for that, we are honored to count you as a Blue Devil. Your remarkable career with the National Football League illustrate how passion and pride in one's work can lead to truly great things. Chief among them, the respect of your colleagues who have lauded you many times over your leadership and dedication to the industry. The sportsmanship and professionalism you bring to your work has proven a valuable asset to the NFL. You know more than most that it takes drive and teamwork to win 9 division titles, 5 conference championships, and 3 Super Bowls. Not only do you win championships, you encourage those on the sidelines and behind the scenes who love the game. Your support of women leaders in college sports and the Billie Jean King Foundation levels the playing field for women who aspire to be football coaches and scouts. In addition to your many triumphs in the NFL, you have supported numerous nonprofit organizations that provide access to education and the arts to underserved populations. Your work on the board of College for Every Student reinforces CCSU's own commitment to education equity, and we are proud to have you as a partner in this important work. Your diligence, leadership, and community engagement work exemplifies what it is to be CCSU connected. Through your generous gift to the university, you remain connected to your past, and through your philanthropy, you demonstrate the importance of staying connected to each other and to our communities. We strive to instill those values in our students, and you have set an impressive example for them. In recognition of your significant professional accomplishment, consistent support for the university, and passion for supporting equal access to higher education, Central Connecticut State University is honored to present you for the degree of Doctor of Human Letters, honoris causa. Regent Balducci, will you please confer the degree?
Thank you, President Toro. By the virtue of the authority vested in me, the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education concurring, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Human Letters, honoris causa, and invest you with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In token of therefore I have hand to you in a moment the diploma and direct that you be vested with the hooded appropriate of your degree. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Toro. Thank you, Connecticut State Board of Regents. Thanks, Mom and Dad, who are here. They're over there somewhere. They were here 31 years ago when I was sitting out there where you are right now. Most of all, I want to say thank you to the class of 2019. This is a really exciting day. Truly honored and humbled that you're allowing me to be a part of it. This is a really cool day for all of you, so thank you for letting me share this with you. Truly, truly a great day. The last 24 hours have been somewhat surreal for me coming back here. As I said, I graduated 31 years ago, and I get this cool robe. I guess I got to give it back. I get this cool hoodie, right? And I'm a little disappointed there's no medal or kind of a hat that everyone has. They're really pretty cool. But like I said, it was about 31 years ago. I was 2 days away from being 31 years, and I was sitting right where all of you were sitting. And I was much more uncomfortable than most of you look. I guess some of you had a few hours to get yourselves revved a little bit, I guess. And I didn't quite have that chance. I don't know, but 31 years ago we had this thing called Senior Week. And apparently I was told that they no longer have it, which is a really, really good idea. Senior Week was a week-long celebration of seniors getting prepared to graduate and have fun. And of course, the capstone to Senior Week was a senior ball the night before graduation. Big mistake by the university, and I still blame the university for some of what happened. But I was pretty uncomfortable when I was sitting out there. And the short version of the story of what the senior ball was, tuxedos. Of course, I didn't have a date, neither did one of my couple of roommates, so we went together, and that was another bad decision. But the short version of the story goes, tune-up, pregame, right? A little pregame tune-up. Arrive, open bar. Meal, kind of, open bar. A little bit of dancing. I'm not a good dancer, so open bar. I think everyone knows where this thing is headed, right? It didn't end well. And they held this senior ball brilliantly at a place called the AquaTurf that I'm told still exists here. Does the AquaTurf still exist? Well, maybe some people have even been married there. Bad news about the AquaTurf is it's surrounded by a body of water and kind of a moat. So again, open bar. Whoever thought that night was going to end well, sadly mistaken. And again, I'll give you the short version was I was fished out by a couple of gentlemen in blue uniforms and badges, and they gave me a ride home. And thankfully, I made it to graduation just on time. Just on time. So you all are doing much better than me. I don't think Dr. Toro knew what she was signed up for. The truth is, I'm taking this responsibility quite seriously. I love this school more than you'll ever realize. My life changed here. Changed because of the people, the friends, the teachers, the educators, the coaches, the roommates, the friends who helped me grow up and become a man. This university and the community of this university is incredible. And I can never give back more to this university than what I've gotten from it. And I hope 30 years from now, many of you feel the same way. It's a pretty special place. You know, as I prepared for this, I rewrote this silly speech about 20 times, and I listened to the words online. I YouTubed, my daughter helped me, and I looked at some speeches and athletes of world leaders, community leaders, authors, poets, all of these brilliant people as they gave their speeches. And I was trying to come up with something clever, and I also called the university and asked to hear and see the speech from my graduation 31 years ago. 31 years ago, the gentleman who gave the speech was a man by the name of Dr. Benjamin Hooks. And in 1988, Dr. Benjamin Hooks was the executive director of the NAACP. He was an amazing man that did some amazing things. And although I said I was in a rough state, there were a lot of things that were said that really resonated with me at the time, and we're talking a little bit about my life and my journey. And When Dr. Hooks was introduced to us by the then president, Dr. John Shoemaker, Dr. Shoemaker said to the crowd as he was introducing Dr. Hooks, he said, "Dr. Hooks is one of our nation's foremost civil rights leaders, and his presence here today is emblematic of this university's commitment to equality and opportunity for all members of our society." Again, that was in 1988, and when I heard those words again, and remembering hearing them and feeling something, I reached out to the university and I asked for some information. I've said that I'm proud of this university for a lot of reasons. One of the big reasons I'm very proud of this university is in the 31 years since I've graduated and my classmates graduated, Central Connecticut this year, in this group and the group that was here this morning, is graduating 35% more minority students than we did in 1988. Yes. On top of that, this year's graduating class is 51% female. It's pretty amazing. This university has been and is trying to live the promises that they made 31 years ago, and it makes me proud. You know, Dr. Hooks that day spoke about a couple things and some things that resonated with me. He built a speech around 4 words from 4 great leaders. He talked about voting, dreaming, trying, and believing. He spoke of Frederick Douglass, Langston Hughes, Benjamin Mays, and McLeod Bethune. I think if Dr. Hooks was looking down now, he'd be proud of what he gave to this university and what this university has become. I also found out that Dr. Hooks, over my life, I have found that he and I shared a lot of similar visions, a lot of similar dreams, and a lot of similar passions. So like Dr. Hooks, I just want to share a couple of thoughts with you, and I'll be on my way. The 3 things I want to share with you, there's only 3 things. There's 54 years in this life right now, but I only have 3 that I want to share. I don't want to overdo it. But I'm going to ask you when you're done today, and as you move forward in your journey, to please consider these 3 ideas. Be a servant, be resilient, and be loving and graceful. Now, we all have the opportunity to serve in life, regardless of what our role is, regardless of what our position is. We can serve in the workplace, we can serve in the community, we can serve in our own homes. We are all blessed with either time, talent, or treasure. Everyone has at least one of those. Some have more. Those talents that you're blessed with, give them to other people. That is a responsibility that we all have in some way to give back to others. You know, I remember this biblical passage a long time ago that I read, and it stuck with me for a long time. It says, "There will always be poor people in the land." And I remember thinking when I heard it that it was about poor, people being financially poor. But as I went through life, I found out that some people are poor in resources, some people are poor in education, and some people are poor in spirit. Again, all of you have one of those gifts. Please give one of those gifts back. And when you give from the heart. When I was relatively young in my career, I had to go to this event, and it was at a mission, a homeless mission, and the person who was supporting it and paying for the event happened to be there that day, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And as the day went on, I found myself working next to this gentleman. And I said to him, I said, you know, it's really pretty cool that not only did you finance this whole operation, not only are you taking care of the people financially and throwing this event, but it's really cool that you're here. And I'll never forget, he looked at me and said, you know what? Any moron can sign his name in the bottom right-hand corner of a check. You have to give and do the work. And I'll forget how much that resonated with me. So as life has gone on, I've made a point to make sure that I give back whatever I have. And I ask you to do the same. One of the greatest people I've met in my life along the way is a gentleman by the name of Brian Stevenson, talking about being a servant. And Brian is the founder of the Equal Justice Initiative in Montgomery, Alabama. And Brian is one of the world's foremost civil rights leaders. And Brian is far more articulate than I can ever hope to be. And he has a heart of no other person I've ever met. And Brian said, quote, "You ultimately judge the civility of a society not by how it treats the rich, the powerful, the protected, and the highly esteemed, but by how it treats the poor, the disfavored, and the disadvantaged. We are all implicated when we allow other people to be mistreated." There's a responsibility that we all have. And I ask all of you, please have a heart of a servant and allow it to somehow manifest itself in some greater good that's beyond yourself and fueled by empathy. Point number 2, be resilient. I know this sounds cliche, and you're going to hear it, and you've probably heard it. Failure is coming one day. You just don't know when, and you'll never be prepared. Sometimes it'll be small failures, sometimes it'll be epic. Several years ago, I experienced epic failure. You know, there was a time in my career I started out and things went well, became a lead partner with my good friend Bill Belichick up in New England, and we were able to help create this really cool dynasty. And at some point in time, we all get the opportunity to ride the wave. A couple of years later, I took another job to be a general manager at the Kansas City Chiefs. And I went there, and at the time, the Chiefs were one of the worst franchises in the NFL. 2 years, well, being there for 2 years, the group of people that I worked with and myself brought the team to a division championship, and we were on our way. 2 years later, I was fired. We failed epically, and I was leading the ship. We failed on the field, we failed off the field. We ended up having the worst record in all of football that year. I was fired. Compounding that, making matters even worse, during my last month with the Kansas City Chiefs, a player that I loved dearly, thought that I knew very well, murdered his girlfriend one Saturday morning before a game, came to the office after murdering her, came to the office to speak to me. I talked to him in the parking lot. Minutes later, I watched him shoot himself in the head. A month later, I was fired. I earned that firing, just like I had earned the success I had before. My point in telling that story is not for sympathy, is not for anything. I remember after that happened, because I was the person in the parking lot with him and trying to talk him out of it, you know, people were trying to victimize me in the sense that they felt so sorry for me. It was horrible, horrible tragedy. And in that moment, and even today, you know, it was a tragic thing that I watched happen and happen in front of me, but I wasn't a victim. The victim were the parents of the young lady that was murdered. The victims were his parents. The victim was the small child that was left alone in this world without any parents. I saw something horrible, but I was not a victim. I was not going to allow myself to be victimized. It was at that moment I learned about real resiliency. And it was at that moment when I was fired that I had to figure things out. I looked to the people that I loved, the people that loved me looked to me, and they helped me. We're all going to have tragedies in our life. We're all going to have failure. Some will be small failure, some will be epic failure. I encourage you, when that happens, be still, listen, pray, and move forward. The third and last point that I'd like to make is be loving and be graceful. So, when I was 7 years old, I went into the 3rd grade. Maybe I was 8. I was an accelerated student. Not really, not even close. My parents, I just heard them laughing. 3rd grade, I had this teacher, Miss Cooper. Miss Cooper was the first black school teacher in our school district where I grew up in New York. Never before. It was rough. It was rough. People were mean-spirited, rude, racist. I'm 7 years old. My friends and I are 7 years old. We don't know what to make of the adults and all the chaos that's going on around Miss Cooper. We head to the first day of school, and I'm expecting to see this monster. Instead, I see this incredibly beautiful woman with this enormous 1970s afro, beautiful multicolored dress. And here's this monster. The first thing she does is grab every kid and hug them. Get them in line. Tell us how wonderful we are. Miss Cooper's grace in the face of racism and hatred was extraordinary. Incredible. At 7 years old, I watched this woman every single day who was hearing things from, I'm not saying my parents, but many parents, adults in the entire community talking about her, saying very unkind things, saying how ill-equipped she is. How could she be teaching our children? This is 1973. You know, every single day that woman took in the children of people that were abusing her, and every single day she had a touch, a hug, a pat on the head for the children of people that were tearing her heart out. Again, her strength and grace in the face of real life was incredible. You know, this past fall I saw Miss Cooper. She lives in she's Mrs. Jackson now, but I still call her Miss Cooper. She lives down in Washington, D.C., and we had lunch, and we talked. And I asked her some more questions. I've always been curious about this, you know, for many years. And I said, Miss Cooper, how did you do that? How could you tolerate that? And she just smiled, and I've never met a person with so much grace and love. And I realized as she was talking now, all these years later, that she taught me something about faith, about grace and forgiveness when I didn't even know what the words meant. Way back then, Miss Cooper knew something when I was just a child. And as a sidebar, those of you that are educators and going into the field of education, because one of the things I love about the school is it started as a teacher school. The impact that you're going to have on people as educators and teachers, don't ever forget how much you're going to help people. And don't ever forget the things that you were taught for those that aren't in the education field. You know, Miss Cooper back then knew something that Brian Stevenson, my friend, wrote about in his book Just Mercy in 2014. Through her love, through her understanding, through her grace, I heard it in Brian's words when Brian wrote, "I've come to understand and believe that each of us is more than the worst thing we've ever done. I believe that for every person on the planet. I think if somebody tells a lie, they're not just a liar. I think if somebody takes something that doesn't belong to them, they're not just a thief. We are all so much more than the worst things that we do." Miss Cooper knew that. She was teaching us at 8 years old and 7 years old. Well, I said I wasn't going to take long here, and I'm not going to take long, but I want to truly thank you all for your time. Something else I want to say, you know, I've been blessed to be a part of the good, the bad, the ugly, and all of you are going to have some of those moments in your life. But again, I ask you to remember, to whom much is given, much, much more will be required. Give of your heart, give of yourself, and keep making this world, this university, this country, a better place. Thank you, and God bless all of you. Appreciate it.
And now I would like to ask everyone to please rise and join in the singing of the Alma Mater, led by the University Singers. You'll find the lyrics on page 32 of your program.
Let us praise her glorious name, alma mater, blue and white. Gather round the sacred flame of alma mater's nurturing light. Though we wander from her side, in our hearts she'll ever abide. Let her sons and daughters sing of alma mater triumphing.
Please be seated. Today, we award degrees to nearly 1,650 graduate and undergraduate students who have completed their academic requirements. These students have achieved the rigorous standard of excellence required for their degree. In addition, and as a symbol of their achievement, CCSU is very proud to recognize the 416 undergraduate students who are graduating with distinction. These graduates are wearing a gold cord, which symbolizes academic excellence. The grade point averages for the various levels of distinction are shown in your program. And today we pay honor to all these very special students, beginning with the graduate students from the School of Education and Professional Studies, and then the graduate students from the School of Business. We will then proceed with the undergraduate students from those two schools who will be receiving degrees today. Degrees are awarded upon certification of completion of degree requirements established by the respective faculties and the Faculty Senate. And although we are about to begin the lengthiest part of our program, it is indeed the most important. This is the part of the program where we recognize each candidate by name. Therefore, we ask for your respectful attention during this part of the ceremony. President Toro, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates for the degree Doctor of Educational Leadership. The Dean of the School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Glynis Fitzgerald, will join you in recognizing the candidates. They will be hooded by their respective faculty advisors.
For the degree Doctor of Education, Dr. Victor M. Cristofaro and his advisor, Dr. Sheldon Watson. For the degree Doctor of Education, Dr. Leah Lorraine Zena Forlivio and her advisor, Dr. James Conway. For the degree Doctor of Education, Dr. Frank Joel Mackey and his advisor, Dr. Yan Liu. For the degree Doctor of Education, Dr. Richard Antonio Therian and his advisor, Dr. Yan Liu.
Congratulations to the doctoral candidates. It's now my privilege to present to you the candidates for the 6th year certificate from the School of Education and Professional Studies. Dean Fitzgerald will join you in recognizing the candidates for the certificates.
Marissa Chowanek DeRoche.
Amanda Jean Lubin.
E. Katerina Lagoon Brandao.
Taina Daisy Hernandez.
Melissa Ramos Seguro.
Christina Nascimento Amaral.
Carrie McCarthy Parsons.
Catherine Marie Schlosser.
Andrew Gary Groves.
Kenneth Michael Fusco.
Julie Ann Schvetz.
Darcy Lee Doyon.
Laura Thompson Morello.
Gina M. Durasmo.
Elizabeth C. Gaffney.
Kristen Marie Yawalk.
Emily Kelsey.
Jody Marie Angus.
Michelle Rose Reinflesch.
Samantha Ann Bly.
Jessica Rose Megalis White.
Amy Keithan.
Ramon Alexis Torres.
George Robert Mitesser.
Angela Michelle Brower.
Gabriela Ziu Perez.
Iva Mary Broadham.
Amanda Jennings Miser.
Leah S. Fleeting.
Aaron Emmanuel Rich.
Sarah Keeney Nightingale.
Mary Rose Mead.
Jeffrey D. Jacksina.
Anika Nicole Ederson.
Francesca Caruso Daniele.
Stephanie Vargas.
Jessica Vargas.
Oscar Julian Perez.
Summer Michelle Miles.
Kristen Lee Frictenick.
Heather Marie McBride.
Daniel Trudeau.
Jenna Trudeau.
Congratulations to the 6th-year certificate candidates. President Toro, it's my privilege to present to you the candidates for master's degrees from the School of Education and Professional Studies. Dean Fitzgerald will join you in recognizing the candidates for master's degrees.
Faith Stevenson.
Alexis Renee Kavanaugh.
Francesca Maria Alexander.
Laura Murphy Levesque.
Zamira Moosley.
Vanessa M. Whittingham.
Sebastian Gerardus Adamo.
Jennifer Yvette Cardenas.
Michael William Soboleski.
Paul Brendan Taylor.
Victoria Alexandra Martins.
Mary Michaela Mancini.
Bilin M. Abdi.
James E. Pashan.
Elise Remillard.
Holly Lynn Rosansky.
Christine Faneru.
Louis Daniel Hurwitz.
Willie T. Patterson.
Simone Monique Cosette.
Judith A.L. Forrester.
Kara Lynn Quirk.
Elizabeth Faye Suzio.
Lindsay Roseanne Alario.
Morgan Lee Poeta.
Raisa Angela Dirienzo.
Mariah Jean Freitag.
Leanne Grace DeRocher.
Alexander Robert Ayer.
Anna Bond Hilby.
Chelsea Marie Hebert.
Adam Cubetta.
Justin Escobalis.
Jason Thomas Boyle.
Jordan Cree Edwards.
Kayla Marie Montalvo.
Jennifer Lynn Larson.
Daniel James Campbell.
John Elliott Anastasio.
Elianis Ramos Chavez.
Nicole Marie Rawcliffe.
Amber Elise Murphy.
Caitlin Ann Kantafi.
Shannon Nicole Murphy.
Laura O'Neill Garrigan.
Sarah Ramos.
Khadija Odessa Schultz.
Jillian Elizabeth Kelly.
Anne Marie Flynn Savarese.
Anais Maria Cruz Alonso.
Danielle Renee Turgeon.
Catherine Ann Ayanta.
Danielle Lynn Allery.
Catherine J. Landry.
Lindsay Annette Martinez.
Damian M. Barnes.
Nicole L. Jackson.
Megan Christine Allende.
Shoshana Camille Henry.
Thomas Patrick Keene.
Marissa Nicole Theriault.
Matthew Lewis Matarese.
Jetsenia Rodriguez.
Nyasia P. Mercado.
Iris J. Estacio.
Alicia May Akers.
Wendy Lynn Robichaud Flynn.
Melissa Velarde.
Jade Sunshine Barber.
Robert Patrick Sand.
Kayla E. Liu.
Rachel Adele Cabanal.
Kristen B. Marcassoni.
Adriana Marcias Duran Lavecas.
Kara Cole Gagnon.
Carissa Monique Brown Perez.
Monique Stephanie Brown.
Alyssa Marie Sola.
Elena Nalini Kinsella.
Hillary Lynn Scoville.
Starlin Astacio.
Amanda Marie Lavornia.
Sherry Chen.
Kirsten Taylor Larson.
Kristen Michelle Gedecki.
Susanna Jane Fort Star.
Adam Matthew Starr.
Nitasia Monique Jones.
Deborah Ann Cronin.
Mylene Molly Smith.
Luisa Amaro Prince.
Trisha Christine Strecker.
Chantel Alicia K. Brewster.
Brianna Lynn Arnhem.
Tiffany Unique Martinez.
Dion C. Wright.
Jean Amos Lease.
Nicole Alicia Walker.
Julian Rose Finnegan Richard.
Manuelma Angie Paulino.
Kayla Marie Mesco.
Jolisa Jozuna Williams.
Ishana Danielle Caputo.
Crystal Michaela Jordan.
Kimberly Ann Wood.
Emily Lynn Luce.
Ilana Joy Yagsizian.
Lorenzo Baker.
Michael Cohn.
Matthew Charles Crowley.
Andrea N. Orpalo.
Evan Frank Krawick.
Angelis Geigel Diaz.
Emily Jean Melton.
Liliana Waleska Garcia.
Janae Marie Beauchamp.
Nicole Ane Beauchamp.
David Tang.
Lauren Constance Footner.
Matthew Kimball Madison.
Evan Rodriguez.
Rachel Ann Couchka.
Erin Colleen Wilson.
Catherine Marie Kroll.
Leanne Peterson Abram.
Gina Antonia Platt.
Ilana Loretta Josephson.
Lindsay Mabel Majors.
Brianna Elise Lopez.
Sierra.
Stephanie Lynn Jem.
Sasha Patricia Vargas.
Carrie Lynn Pedicini.
Jennifer Nicole Dubois.
Rosemary Alice Unan.
Sarah Elizabeth Burns.
Jessica Mary Oslander.
Emma Rose Lessard.
Carolyn Sue Dobmeyer.
Christiane Nieves.
Christina Marie Bulmer.
Lexi Ann Aka.
Jennifer Lynn Sullivan.
Christina Lauren Lobello.
Karen Bohr.
Melissa C. Michaud Maltese.
John Donahue.
Daryl Anthony Spears Jr.
Mariam Fareed Khan.
Elizabeth Dave.
Violet Nicole Vig.
Kelly Margaret Vanderoff.
Marisa Christine Donovan.
Sean A. Barnes.
Hillary Holiday.
Linda J. Spinetta.
Robin N. Vickland.
President Toro, it is my privilege now to present to you the candidates for master's degrees from the School of Business. Dean Fitzgerald will remain to recognize the candidates.
Prince K. Guthrie.
Everton Orr.
Trishan Lakha.
Colin Anthony London.
Jeremy Duan Anderson.
Ahmad Dax Hinton.
Rebecca Grace Rubino.
Florence Martina Buchanan.
Ashley Marie Elizabeth Santoro.
Erin Joyce Brady.
Sean Michael Bulakaitis.
Stephanie Marie Hughes.
Caroline Clem Palmero.
Christopher David Palmero.
Elizabeth Maria Dychuk.
Christy Lynn Hamilton.
Marvelyn Claudia Roquefort.
Maldozata Rona.
Zachary Lewis Odell.
Jeffrey Clark Mitchell.
Brandon William Brodsky.
Andre O'Neill Thomas.
Maha Fozi Lahawi.
Michelle Lynn Plord.
Anthony Marcus Floyd.
Iriona Pose.
Jan Lee Kuzinski.
Vivian T. Lay.
Marissa Christina Sartirana.
Mark Richard Griffith.
Catherine Ann Lafreniere.
Ashley Nicole Houghton.
Adonis Langual.
Nicholas Del Greco.
Brianna Lynn Flattery.
Jenna Marie Ferreira.
Melissa Catherine Katz.
Taylor Marie Holmes.
Patricia Marta Puka.
Larissa Geneziel Altamirano.
Irene Blooms.
Congratulations to all of our master's degree candidates. President Toro, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees. Dean Kimberly Costellas will join you in recognizing the bachelor's degrees from the School of Education and Professional Studies.
Caitlin Christy Moreau.
Madison Smith.
Lauren Christine Colligan.
Molly A. Glenn.
Jenna Nave.
Deborah A. Mendoza.
Liz G. Pantoja.
Jamie A. Daly.
Shelley Ann Tamika Ennis.
Stephanie Janine Bromley.
Alyssa Michelle Thompson.
Melissa Arlene Ramos.
Grace Elizabeth Serrano.
Eric Jacob Ostrowski.
Kimberly Porez.
Tiffany Ann Champy.
Nikki Lee Mikulinski.
Angela J. Pierce.
Onisha Denise McAlmont.
Kyla Kelly.
Haroline Dobson.
Mark D. Tardif.
Hillary A. Frisch.
Carly Rose Nasatka.
Alicia Dina Fiducia.
Kayla Elizabeth Cervoni.
Kelly Ann Moran.
Ochali Tamatuli Riley.
Maricelis Abreu, cum laude.
Alexandra Feliciano.
Grace Margaret Moriarty, cum laude.
Ashley Marie Rue, cum laude.
Luna Mary Milne, cum laude.
Emily Nicole Ramacu, cum laude.
Brandon James Palma, cum laude.
Brittany Benjamin Ward.
Tashana K. Henry.
Anna Gabriela Aravallo.
Tanisha Fuji.
Destiny Lachey Stackhouse.
Samantha Lynn Zaha.
Lauren Elizabeth Galarno.
Brianna Nicole Geist.
Cameron Popper Bell.
Evelyn Eileen Cass, cum laude.
Ashley Nicole Music.
Samra Horik.
Julia Lynn Stratos.
Ashley M. Pinheiro.
Pamela M. Marcello.
Abner R. Rivas.
Siobhan Denise Givens.
Terrence Michael Moore.
Jocelyn Pichardo.
Kendall Ann Souza, magna cum laude.
Emily Ann Negron.
Taylor Marie Texera, cum laude.
Catherine Elizabeth Watt, cum laude.
Shannon Rose Cameron.
Kara Johanna Gardner.
Heather Ann Ripley.
Jennifer Marie Sams, summa cum laude.
Sydney Archer Fairchild, cum laude.
Zoe Ann Corey, magna cum laude.
Samaya Bajraktarevich.
Aubrey Ann Wood.
Jordan Lacey Edmond.
Amanda Marie Simmons, magna cum laude.
Julia Renee Peck, summa cum laude.
Adriana Marie Shank Lapour.
Macy Ruth Lahaney.
Emily Lauren Derrick, cum laude.
Mackenzie Marie Jem, cum laude.
Christina Alexis Chicano.
Megan Alyssa Grocky.
Ermina Elizowski, cum laude.
Amanda Gomez.
Leah Christina Negron, magna cum laude.
Sarah Ashley Levesque, summa cum laude.
Lorene Victoria Hoover, magna cum laude.
Carlira Yvonne Hodge.
Natalie Upshaton.
Juliana Rivera Ruiz.
Rebecca Michelle Ruggiero, cum laude.
Allison M. Carmen.
Kasiana Hedini.
David Falvo.
Joseph P. Grabowski.
Tanya Lee Webster.
Rebecca Elizabeth Withington, magna cum laude.
Samiko Honer.
Jesslyn Joy Birkenberger.
Julia Caroline Braden.
Tatiana Marie Rivera.
Natalie Claire Ruel.
Elena Payatorikopoulos, magna cum laude.
Anastasia Scabardonis.
Christina Louise Tassinelli, cum laude.
Caitlin Jenna Evans.
Courtney Mandela Marchand Zabo.
Toyvon Maya.
Jennifer Martin Owens.
Catherine Ruth Heath.
Kylie Erin Hines.
Amanda Christine Soltis.
Rachel Ann Merritt, magna cum laude.
Jacob William Tiverurge.
Lydia Murphy, cum laude.
Michaela Ann Ritchie, cum laude.
Cassandra Elizabeth Dahl, magna cum laude.
Vanessa Diana Wallace.
Clarabelle Medina.
Melanie De Dioch.
Nellie Mabel Milano.
Yashoda Bandari Subedi.
Sunita Tahal. Joanna Poganski.
Dereka Johnson.
Fabian Shireen Campbell Russell.
And Nidia Natalie Minto.
Nicole A. Francis.
Christina Kosakowski.
Katarzyna Zinauko.
Deborah Ray Corcoran.
Bonnie Marie Figueroa.
Alicia Ann Albee.
Colleen Courtney Joyce, magna cum laude.
Devin Michael King.
Tiara Conti.
Olive Entege.
Marilyn Largo Shorbert.
Alyssa Marie Palmieri, cum laude.
Nicholas James Fiorillo, cum laude.
Alexis Anna Belizes.
Allison Lee Conklin.
Kayla Shannon Pullman.
Carissa Michelle Mirando, magna cum laude.
Allison Paige Caverly, magna cum laude.
Rebecca Lynn Sawyer, cum laude.
Yasmin G. Al-Sakri.
Catherine Maria Palomino, cum laude.
Alede Aquino, cum laude.
Erica Hopkins.
Rachel Nardi.
Madeline Grace Mondo.
Lori Bell Valentin, magna cum laude.
Jennifer Jean Lucia.
Giovanna Aurora Lacomi, cum laude.
Tamara L. Conway, magna cum laude.
Courtney Amanda Parent.
Adele Gani Registry, cum laude.
Courtney Aaron McCloskey.
Gabriella Ebony Edwards.
Rangel Jerise Abubo Martinez.
Jonathan Edward Harrington.
Claire Frances Riley, magna cum laude.
Alexandria Marie Hallen.
Skyla Young, magna cum laude.
Edward Emilio Rivera Jr.
Nicholas Paul Tranquina, cum laude.
Michaela Elise Monarca.
Michelle Nicole Denzel.
Patricia Majewski, cum laude.
Joanna Marie Sheehy.
Marissa Angel Bishop.
Nadia Renee Boucher.
Caroline Marie Larica.
Ian J. Maloney.
Christopher David Oak.
Kristen Mackenzie Mazzini, magna cum laude.
Ariel K. Vega, magna cum laude.
Jessie Lynn Stanovich, summa cum laude.
Arden Marie Rurinsky, magna cum laude.
Allison Zoe Rusgrove.
Valerie Marie Schmerlo, magna cum laude.
Bjorn Edward Enquist, magna cum laude.
Jorge Luis Melendez.
Andy J. Cherry.
Adam Ryan Noveski.
Troy M. Vasilescu.
Kyle W. Baum, magna cum laude.
Nicole Ashley Russell, cum laude.
Raquel Monique Chiarte.
Eric J. Henry.
John William Perla.
Leah L. Zott.
Dante K. Smith.
Jeremy Paul McCusker.
Caitlin Elizabeth Brosnayan, cum laude.
Elisha Kirsten Sr.
Abra Jordan Toomey.
Shannon McKenna Dolan, cum laude.
Caitlin Colella.
Courtney Ann Allen, cum laude.
McKenna Lee Killian, magna cum laude.
Sydney Alexis Hines.
Sierra Capri Nesmith.
Cecilia S. Blamasa.
Naila Ivana Miller.
Nikki Angelique Matarazzo.
Olivia Zofia Tubis, cum laude.
Katie Ann Lindberg, magna cum laude.
Shayla Hill.
Samantha Joanne Cormier.
Alexis Maza, cum laude.
Ashan Satyalingam.
Michaela A. Considine, cum laude.
Joseph Paul Maffialini, cum laude.
Cody Matthew Welsh, cum laude.
Marissa Lauren Peruccio, magna cum laude.
Brendan Alexander Carrion.
Daniel Benjamin Hornick.
Nicholas Fernando Hallahan.
Jennifer Lynn Marone.
Brent Keith Orozco.
Kyle Nelson.
Blake J. Campbell.
Congratulations to the candidates from the School of Education and Professional Studies. President Toro, Dean Ken Colwell will join you in recognizing the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the School of Business.
Austin Mitchell Miller.
Mohammed K. Alam, magna cum laude.
Duke Edward Large.
Zachary Paraglia.
Dominic Michael Di Domenico.
Eileen Diolio.
Marissa Lee Ware.
Megan Louise Lucas.
Mackenzie Desiree Donovan.
Margaret Jean Fitzgerald.
Andrew David Goff.
Garrett Keith Pugliese.
Alexander John Wortelnick.
Angelina Moss.
Jennifer Lynn Marks.
Jacqueline Ann Zabo.
Jenna Lynn Tizzy.
Gregory Allen Marola.
John Makowicki.
Lawrence J. Sage, cum laude.
Daniel Anthony Hamilton, cum laude.
Zachary McMinigill.
Salvatore Pugliares.
Chi Lee.
Alicia Santamaria.
Brian Mego.
Juanita Munoz Space.
Evelyn Grados.
Margarita Bobbin.
Celia Victoria Sains.
Tony Ann Besesi.
Jacob Vincent Goulis.
Natalia Rocio, summa cum laude.
Lance Andrew Page.
Hussein Jasarevic.
Silvera Sukovic.
Amina Amatovich.
Abdullah Hashim Abdogani.
Suhail Patan, magna cum laude.
Brett Daniel Daigle, cum laude.
Nathan Robert Mullins.
Kayla Mary Fosick.
Shotsada Laban, cum laude.
Fation Tahilam.
Aiden Humza Begovic.
Daniel J. Modifica.
Anna Young Sun Lee.
Kenna M. Campbell.
Aracelis Sanchez.
Matthew Neisser.
Anthuvo.
Rohi Dungana.
Sunitu Thapa.
Gita Gurung.
Shelby Lynn Towson, summa cum laude.
Francesca Bustamante.
Marissa Christina Silva.
Connie Stephanie Castillo.
Kimberly Rosalie Palmer.
Jacqueline Marie Stockwell.
Jenna Antoinette Escales.
Devin Marie Powell.
Manuel Aponte.
Ryan Andrew Collins.
Salah Abdo Almuhi, cum laude.
Michael Edward Dimitruk.
Austin M. Sapiente.
Catherine Grace Robucci.
Jessica Nicole Paradis.
Kimberly Francis Bartone. Stanley Adam Wolpick.
Colin John Slott.
Lander Pasco Aramendi.
Sharon Darnell Cobb.
Vincent S. Millardo.
Lance Clayton Jameson.
Karima Amari Dunn.
Sana Shahid.
Rachel Catherine Roos Makalis.
Nicole Ventura.
Lorna Eves Molina.
Joel David Perez.
Jamie Ruffino.
Marie Valerie Rookwood.
Terrence Christopher Gaskins.
Anna Maria Silva Ferreira.
Cajun A. Wright.
Brandon Michael Rowe.
Matthew Scott Martin.
Kendall Philip Malenfant.
Joshua Wayne Sheltra.
Anthony Jerome Bennett.
Ryan David Bodley.
Marissa Habadovich.
Darawan Diana Pomansit.
Kiara Y. Rivera.
Rafa Oj.
Michael Peter Martini.
Tommy Adolfo Padilla Lazaro.
Tristan Richard Luddy.
Luke M. Baldock.
Nicholas Angelo Arcaria.
Nicholas Joseph Baccaro.
Brian Edward Robb.
Victoria B. Targonski.
Gina Marie Kennelly, cum laude.
Jacob Kevin Larsh.
Joseph L. Poeta, magna cum laude.
Robert John Turgeon.
Olivia Joanna Nowak.
Brittany DiCaccio.
Mackenzie Lee Flanagan, cum laude.
Christopher Mark Miles.
Matthew C. Baum.
Anthony R. Sinopoli.
Norman Lewis Fink III, cum laude.
Jordan T. Domkowski.
Brazos Ebner.
Matthew Edward Walls.
Kathy Lee.
Nicholas Lawrence Hinchcliffe.
Krista Cara Hockenberry.
Ryan Yukio Fujimoto.
Brendan David Barr.
Matthew Joseph Misbach.
Yonatan A. Hailu, cum laude.
Amal Abdi Osma.
Kelly Ann Pacino.
Matthew J. Kelly.
Sean F. Carmante.
Jennifer Louise Conrad.
Rachel C. Ashburn.
Devin Rose O'Haron.
Leah Elizabeth Krebs.
Joshua Randy Perry.
Paul Joseph Russell.
Austin Raymond Azarito.
Lauren Abby Morenci.
Andrew Anthony Lenciato.
Raheem S. Mama, magna cum laude.
Jason M. Ball.
Jake Patrick Maselli.
Benjamin Mauricio Gross, magna cum laude.
Sonny M. Tijo.
Mohammed Ibrar.
Pedro Cordell Carr.
Brooke Nicole Usher.
Jasmine J. Rosa.
Jacqueline Dawn.
Shreen Ahmad.
Sarah Jane Wiles.
Brittany Lynn Thompson.
Matthew Michael O'Donnell.
Alyssa Catherine Kistu.
Stacy Marie Meggi.
Daniel Salvatore Lobello.
Austin Donald Montero, cum laude.
Polly Chinati.
Brendan Lee Arnone.
Ryan M. Knapp.
Darby Francis Scott.
Robin Grace Connery.
Kimberly Martinez.
Ashley Rose Talbot.
Alyssa Marie Fredrickson.
Megan Rose Fonicello.
Jamie A. Vivar.
Molly Nicole Wakeman.
Camilla Andrea Burgos Santiago, cum laude.
Carisbell Collette.
Laurel Ann Stone.
Antonella Kuziak.
Alexandra Scobardinis.
Aliyah Jasmine Khan.
Michelina Ann Pace.
David Michael Kroll.
Samantha Lynn Potter, cum laude.
Jason Patrick Beecham.
Jenna P. Armenia.
Shanake Mona Lisa Sweeney.
Sophia R. Joseph.
Brian Robert Wisniewicz.
Andrew David Barlow.
Nishad Kadka.
Alexander L. Ruiz.
Maria Alejandra Parra.
Kelsey Elizabeth Olgin, cum laude.
Kamal Arbouche.
Rajiv Noor.
Natarkor Ajokar Norte.
Daniel John Ryan.
Sarani Harinarin, magna cum laude.
Maduli Milagros Chavez, cum laude.
Dominique Nicole Woods.
Pedro Luis Reynoso.
Joshua James Huffman.
Daniel Rodriguez Lima.
Palani Chanthabong.
Madison Page Kennigan.
Mackenzie Hope Rupert, magna cum laude.
Julia Rose Pandolfi, cum laude.
Evan Huprich.
Madalena Zawadzka.
Sarah Kinga Gaska.
Ebenezer Adu Riku.
Kaylin Sikamek.
Jocelyn Torres, magna cum laude.
Shawnee Flores.
Charlotte Diane Bauer, cum laude.
Kiana J. Patterson.
Rick Daniel Dunlop.
Evan M. Parsons.
Alessandra Rose Barunono.
Kylie Alexandra Mulligan, cum laude.
Mohammed Bilal Khan, magna cum laude.
Lauren M. Escott, magna cum laude.
Christina Peltrop.
Jacob Evan Bouchard.
Yan Zhang.
Gerald Allen Davis.
Cameron Isaac Evans.
Joyce Lynn Quay.
Devin Alexander Martinez, magna cum laude.
Saskia Stephanie Joseph.
Hafiza Zina Mohammed Grant.
Lisa Hossein.
Kendra Castillo.
Jesse Lynn Tregesser.
Ari Christopher Thielman.
Stephen R. Sinsegali.
Rachel Lynn Pitcher, summa cum laude.
Samantha K. Forster.
Robert S. Zeno.
Shayla M. Ratley.
Ardita Latage.
Grace Francis Ancona.
Diana Pauline Linares.
Carson L. Adelberger, cum laude.
Jane Margaret Henry.
Alexia Josephine Cochin, magna cum laude.
Thomas Bethan.
Tyler James Byrne.
Felipe Gonzalez Fernandez.
Joseph Daniel Pilver.
Shannon Marie Durfee.
Matthew Patrick Sharnick, cum laude.
Kevin J. Chiodo, cum laude.
Andre Aquino Wisdom.
Paul Michael Pilipishin.
Daniel Renardo DiCaccio.
David John Danino.
Zachary John Hannigan.
Cartwright R. Henderson.
Joaquin Simoes Vieira.
Kathleen Mary Mahalik.
Sashoy Charmaine Chambers, cum laude.
Terrell Huff.
Kashawn J.L. Hicks.
Tyson James Batiste.
David Edward Brunner.
Alita Barker.
Calvin Wesley Miggett IV.
Sean Patrick Keller.
Daniel G. Varchese.
Alyssa Ann Robbins.
Cole Richard Meckensturm.
Kelly Elizabeth Lawrence.
Jesse Roland Pierkowski.
Luis Lopez.
Darian Jimmy Rodriguez.
Andre Severin.
Aaron Mullmeyer.
Sebastian Herrera.
Kimberly Samantha Evans.
Ida Jeng Thompson.
Giovanna Anelia Rossetti.
Brandon Michael Wysocki, cum laude.
Mitchell Sindlar.
David F. Marino.
Nicole Mozzie.
Mac G. Davis, Jr.
Tanya S. Hanchard.
Unique Sibley's.
Sheena S. Jones.
Jake Shenna.
Aiden Grace Devers.
Molly Rose Coleman.
Jose Garcia.
Devin Martin, summa cum laude.
Huria Mushakic.
Alan Guzman Vasquez, cum laude.
Mohammed Kasim Ezzedine.
Valentina Gomez Noriega.
Frank Rembimbas Ruela.
Thomas Jack LaConch.
Jonathan Anderson.
Uzma Bakuala.
Kara Jocelyn Lovelace.
Alexandra Rose Sanzari, cum laude.
Sydney Parks Billings.
Jolanta L. Zajac.
Rachel Elizabeth Cruiser.
Samantha Olivia Lennon, cum laude.
Felicitas Star Rosado.
Kevin Russell Casey.
Mitchell John Fallon.
Rafael Torres III.
Tyler Jamal Williams.
Jonathan Mayer.
Kavitha Venori Nayakawa.
Samantha Soledad Farley.
Sunil Patel magna cum laude.
Rachel Mary Sokoloff.
Dominic Elliott Parisi.
Tiffany Shayu Tang, cum laude.
Astrid Isabella Villamil.
Jared James Pappas.
Tyler Edward Callahan, cum laude.
Asmir Hajik.
Evan B. Cohen, summa cum laude.
Suleiman Khan.
Euphemia Bentil.
Sammy Sayal.
Patrick Stanislaw Kolacek.
Connor Delia.
Monica B. Francis.
Brian Ferris.
Karan P. Shaw.
Nicodemus Marcinkevius, cum laude.
Ryan James Colandrea.
Edwin Alexander Correas.
Connor James Delaney.
Congratulations to the candidates from the School of Business. I would like to thank Dr. Gil Gelati, Professor of English, and Tom Pinsent's Assistant Athletic Director for Communication and Media Service, for their having read the names today so well. Thank you. And a special thank you to cellist Eniji Alungbi, who is a current CCSU student pursuing a BS in music education. Please thank me in joining all three of them. Now, will the degree candidates please rise? President Toro, I present to you the candidates for graduation from Central Connecticut State University for spring 2019.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education, by law, and on the recommendation of the faculty of Central Connecticut State University, it is my privilege to confer academic degrees on the candidates of the class of spring 2019. As these degrees are conferred, let it be understood that each candidate is also the recipient of all rights, responsibilities, and obligations appertaining to the degree. I hereby confer on each of you the degree under which your name appears in the printed program. At this time, in acknowledgement of your achievement, please change your tassel from right to left. Yes, where your heart is, thus signifying this important milestone in your lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the CCSU class of spring 2019. Congratulations, graduates. As our newest alumni, you are connected to your past. You are connected to each other. Please be connected to your community. And don't forget to stay connected with us, your Central family. To all of the faculty, friends, and guests, you want to get your cameras ready for our finale. Kaiser, congratulations to all. Now go out and tell the world what our Central family is all about. I hereby declare the 2019 Spring Commencement exercise adjourned.
Fight the good fight, seal